Hi, everyone, and welcome. We're excited to have you join us today for this session on unlocking compliant digital engagement with Veeva PromoMats and Salesforce Experience Cloud. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping notes. This session is being recorded and we'll share the recording and slides after the webinar. If you have questions at any point, please drop them in the Q&A box and we'll address those at the end. My name is Mary Kirshner. I lead customer success here at Focal CXM. I'm joined today by Thomas Marshall and Rohan Dam. Thomas is a PromoMats senior leader at Focal CXM. He brings over 12 years of experience in consultative and administrative support for Veeva PromoMats. He's worked with more than 30 pharmaceutical and life sciences companies to refine processes and design tailored PromoMats solutions. With a strong focus on compliance, efficiency, and best practices, Tom is dedicated to helping clients maximize the value of their PromoMats investment. Along with Tom is Rohan. Rohan is a solution architect at Focal CXM. He's a seasoned Salesforce professional with over 10 years of experience across the Salesforce ecosystem. He specializes in designing scalable, user-centric solutions that deliver tangible business value. Rohan has deep experience in Experience Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and most recently, Agentforce. His passion lies in solving complex business challenges through thoughtful and innovative Salesforce architecture. Thank you, folks, for joining us. So here's a quick look at what we'll cover today. We'll start with a quick introduction to Focal CXM, then look at the industry context and the 4 key challenges in delivering compliant digital engagements. From there, we'll explore how Veeva PromoMats and Salesforce Experience Cloud address these challenges, and then we'll move into the live demo and finish with time for your questions. At Focal CXM, we're passionate about re-engineering CRM processes for life sciences industry. Our customers know us for 4 key qualities: a product mindset that focuses on scalable, high-quality solutions, deep expertise as CRM specialists, being nimble and being able to adapt quickly to client needs, and a strong industry focus with a deep understanding of life sciences requirements. These attributes shape how we approach every engagement and partnership. In addition to our software and services, we offer a strong set of in addition to our software and solutions, those are the first 2 columns, we offer a strong set of services tailored to the life sciences industry. These include expertise in Salesforce Experience Cloud for building secure, engaging portals, deep capabilities on the Salesforce platform for custom development and integration, and specialized support for Veeva Vault and Veeva CRM to ensure compliant, effective content and customer management. And all of our services are built on these leading platforms, which give our customers a secure and scalable foundation. So the life sciences engagement landscape has changed dramatically over the past decade. If we think back to 2010, the majority of HCP engagement was face-to-face. It was primarily led by field reps. By 2015, hybrid engagement started to emerge and early HC portals appeared. If we fast forward to today, digital-first engagement has become the norm, with omni-channel personalization expected as the standard. This shift brings significant opportunities. We can reach more stakeholders in more targeted ways than ever before, but it also comes with serious challenges, especially around compliance. Regulatory pressures from the FDA, EMA, and regional authorities has only intensified, making it critical that the content that we share is not only high quality, but also fully approved and up to date. At the same time, HCP expectations have evolved. They want information tailored to their specialty, preferred format, and timing. Omnichannel personalization is not a nice to have anymore. It's a requirement. The stakes are high, and non-compliance means fines and reputational damage that takes years to rebuild. And from a business perspective, speed to market is critical. If your content is stuck in review cycles or scattered across systems, you lose valuable time and market opportunities. So that's why getting compliant engagement right and doing it at speed has become a strategic imperative for life sciences companies. So let's look at the 4 key challenges we consistently see in delivering compliant digital engagements, along with some quick real-world examples. First, there's the regulatory pressure to ensure that every piece of content that goes out is compliant. Life sciences companies must make sure that only approved, accurate, and up-to-date materials are shared with the HCPs, the patients, and partners. In 2023 alone, the FDA issued over 70 enforcement letters for promotional violations, often for missing risk information or outdated claims. In one case, an older dosing guide posted to an HCP portal triggered a full recall and delayed a product launch by 2 months. Not good. The second challenge is dealing with siloed content repositories. Many organizations store materials across multiple disconnected systems. 60% of life sciences companies have content scattered in 3 or more repositories, creating inefficiency and duplication. For an example, an MSL that we talked to once presented an outdated deck at a conference because the updated version was in a different system, leading to inconsistent messaging and a compliance review. The third is delayed content approvals. The MLR review process is essential for compliance, but it can be slow, and Veeva Pulse data shows that the average cycle takes 21 to 28 days. In one biotech launch for a rare disease therapy, patient support materials were delayed in review, which slowed onboarding and contributed to a 15% drop in first quarter uptake. And finally, disconnected digital experiences. HCPs expect a consistent, accurate experience across every channel. Accenture found that 44% of HCPs stop engaging when the information is inconsistent. I really think that's much higher. In one case, mismatched dosing instructions between an email and the HCP portal caused confusion, leading to an internal review and temporary suspension of a portion of the portal. And so those 4 key challenges is what we're up against. So now let's shift to the solution, and I'll pass this off to Rohan.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much for that introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Rohan Dham, and today I'll share a quick overview of Salesforce Experience Cloud over here, and followed by a discussion on our Veeva integration. Am I audible? Am I clearly audible, please? Salesforce Experience Cloud. All right. So Salesforce Experience Cloud is a platform that allows organizations to create secure, branded digital spaces where users can connect, collaborate, and access the information they need. You can think of it as a Salesforce-powered website where all the data and functionality are driven directly by Salesforce. First, let's talk about the self-service tools. So these empower users to find answers, access resources, and complete tasks on their own and without have to wait for any support. It's faster for them and it frees up their valuable time for their own teams to work on. Building on that, we have personalized dashboards as well. These aren't just static dashboards. Mind you, gone are the days when there were static dashboards or static reports were seen. And here we are basically going to adapt to the user, showing exactly what's most relevant. For a healthcare professional, that might be engagement metrics. For a patient, it could be a progress updates or key milestone. Anything and everything can be covered completely by these personalized dashboards itself. Going like now, none of these are like none of this which I've talked about before without role-based access can really work. This ensures that every user, whether they are an HCP or a patient, only sees the information which are meant for them, keeping experiences focused and data very secure. And as we know that security is the major threat we are looking into right now. So yeah, Experience Cloud help us to keep the thing very focused and very securely. And finally, all of these capabilities come together in a seamless mobile experience. Whether you are in a clinic or at home or on the go, everything is just as intuitive and responsive as it is on desktop. So this is where the Experience Cloud fills in the gap. And this is one of the most powerful and most important cloud one of the like Salesforce has ever had. So yeah, Maria, if you can just shift the slide, please. Yeah, over to you, Tom.
Thank you, Rohan. Hello, everyone. I'm going to take a few minutes and explore the Veeva Vault PromoMats that it ensures compliant content management, which is a critical capability for life science companies operating in a highly regulated environment. First, we'll talk about compliance. That starts with the content itself. PromoMats ensures that every piece of promotional or medical content is reviewed, approved, and fully compliant with regulatory standards. It supports the full MLR review process, including the management of claims, references, and annotations. Each claim made in a document is tied to a valid reference, which is then reviewed and approved by legal, medical, and regulatory stakeholders, ensuring that what goes to market is accurate, substantiated, and compliant. Second, approval and auditability are fully enforced. PromoMats uses electronic signatures to capture formal approvals. This not only satisfies regulatory requirements, but it also creates a robust audit trail so you can easily demonstrate to regulators who approved what and when. Content cannot be released until all required signatures are captured, meaning no document goes public without the proper checks. This is also important for auditors when they come in to audit the system. Third, PromoMats ensures that only the most recent approved version of content is available for public consumption. It uses automated version control so that outdated or unapproved materials are never mistakenly distributed. This is critical when delivering digital content across multiple channels, from portals for healthcare professionals to internal sales enablement tools. There's also automatic expiration. So when a document gets approved to an end date, at that end date, the document will be expired unless it's sent for an updated version. Finally, what ties it all together is the claims and references management system combined with the MLR workflow. This ecosystem guarantees that every document flowing through PromoMats is anchored in compliant messaging, reviewed by the appropriate stakeholders, and delivered with governance and traceability built in. In short, Veeva Vault PromoMats helps life sciences companies reduce risk, accelerate time to market, and deliver trustworthy, compliant content to healthcare professionals and patients globally and at scale. Okay, back to you, Rohan.
Thank you so much, Tom, for such a nice explanation. All right, so we are here at why Salesforce plus Salesforce Experience Cloud plus Veeva Vault PromoMats integration is required. So when we bring together the Salesforce Experience Cloud and Veeva Vault PromoMats, we create something far more powerful than either of the platforms alone. With Salesforce Experience Cloud, we can build personalized portals that deliver the right information to the right audience, whether that's healthcare professionals, patients, or other stakeholders. The experience is so seamless, intuitive, and consistent across the devices, so users can engage it anytime and every time and anywhere, of course. Now, when we add Veeva PromoMats into this mixture, we bring in regulatory compliance as well. Like regulatory compliant content that is always up to date, fully approved. This really means that the materials, HCPs, and patients seen aren't just relevant, but they are also very compliant, completely compliant, and reducing the risk while maintaining the trust. The result is a unified, secure, and compliant environment where engagement is personalized, content is always current, and the user feels effortless. Together, Salesforce and Veeva ensure that every interaction is meaningful, efficient, and aligned with all the industry standards, which is required for a particular life sciences company to operate. Next slide, please. Thank you. So right now we are discussing the integration scenario. So let me just walk you through a very simple scenario. Imagine an organization that wants to share resources with its healthcare professionals, the HCPs. These resources live in Veeva PromoMats or VVPM to be short. So these resources live in the VVPM, but the portals the HCPs use is built on Salesforce Experience Cloud. Let's make it even more simpler. Meet John, and HCP, John wants to show his customers like doctors, hospitals, all the approved content his organization has. The challenge over here is that content is right now residing in VVPM, and John cannot directly access the VVPM due to compliance rules. So here's where our integration comes in. John's manager, Kim, reviews and approves the resources. Once approved, Kim uploads them into VVPM. From there, the approved content needs to securely flow into the Salesforce portal so that John, from anywhere in the world, can log in and present that content to his customers without breaching any of the compliance rules. On the technical side, if I look into this, our architecture completely connects the three systems. The VVPM as the content source, Salesforce as the destination, and AWS as the middleware. When we use AWS Lambda, like over here, what we are trying to do is we are using AWS Lambda to pull approved data from VVPM, store it in S3, and then another Lambda pushes it into Salesforce. This ensures that the compliant, the secure, and the seamless delivery of resources ready for John to share anytime, anywhere, and that can be shown to his, all of the customers, whether it is whether it's the hospitals or the doctors. So for all the customers, they are available on the fly as it is with the John's. It is on the John's Experience Cloud portal. All right. Can you just switch to the next slide, Marie, please? Thank you. Now let's talk about the impact of this integration. First, it ensures the compliant content automatically syncs to the portal. The moment a resource is approved in VVPM, it's securely delivered to the Salesforce portal. No manual intervention, no delays, and always meeting the regulatory standards. So this is where the first thing comes in, meeting the compliant content. Secondly, of course, it significantly improves the time to market for digital assets. Instead of waiting days or weeks even for content to be distributed, HCPs get access almost instantly, allowing them to engage with customers very fast. And that of course, will increase their revenues in the part as well. Third, we can target HCPs with real-time approved messaging. This means the right audience gets the right information exactly when it's needed, all while staying compliant. And what else a complete what else an employee will require? If they're getting compliant and they're getting real-time data, and that is what the complete target is over here. And finally, we achieve a unified governance and audit trails. Every step, mind you, every step from content creation and approval to portal access is tracked. So there is full visibility for audits and internal reviews. In short, this integration doesn't just connect system, it accelerates the delivery, improves targeting, and strengthens the compliance all at once. So yeah, there are some huge impacts for this. All right, can we switch to the live demo? And this is the most interesting part we are going to show you. We'll show you the complete data which gets transferred from the VVPM side to the Salesforce side. Sonika, if you can just help me out with sharing the screen, please. Thank you, Sonika. Sonika, let's go to the Salesforce. We should show the team what all files we are having currently in Salesforce. Yep. So as we see over here, we are having these much files over here as a, like we have sorted it down with the last modified date. And whenever, so what our aim is over here is whenever a VVPM from VVPM side, whenever we get a particular job started, then the actual resource will start flowing in from the VVPM side to the Salesforce side. Over here, you can see, like if you go to the if you go to the VVPM side, Sonika, if you can just go shift to a tab. Yeah, thank you. So if you see over here, you can see this particular resource, which is approved for distribution. You can see it on the top. So it's the status of this particular resource is approved for distribution. And this approved for distribution means that it can be sent to the to the healthcare professionals. They can access it right away. So what we will do is, what we are trying to do demonstrate over here is that a particular resource, when approved for distribution over here, will get seamlessly integrated with Salesforce. Though we have mentioned the architecture completely, but that is something at the back end. The same thing can be happening over a batch job, which can run nightly or even hourly, if in case you have more content on the BBPM getting updated each and every hour. So Sonika, if you can just go to that job, please. So right now, what we have done for our audiences is we have created this particular UI where we will be migrating the data, the approved data, mind you, the compliant data from Veeva to Salesforce. And this is where the power of integration or the power of Veeva plus Experience Cloud lies in. We are sending the data from Veeva to Salesforce. Now, if I request Sonika to click on that push records button, thank you, Sonika. Once we push the records, so you can see the exact notification what is going on. It's pushing the records from Veeva to Salesforce right now. So at the back end of this, the AWS Lambda is working, and it is basically extracting the approved data. It's storing the data and then sending it across to Salesforce. Now, if you see, the extracted documents are also available. As we have told before, everything and anything will be getting audited, and this is where the audit trail lies. We are editing, we are noting down, we are logging each and every document which are flown in, so that we know, okay, which data has been transferred to Salesforce. And this happens, like there are many compliances which we have to follow. So this is where it helps. So you see the extracted data. I'll request Sonika to go to the Salesforce as well. So you can see all these records getting created in Salesforce. And yes, here is the moment of truth. You can see all the records getting created. Now, these records can be utilized anywhere and everywhere. You can send these records to the particular collaboration groups to which your HCPs are part of. And those collaboration groups make sure that these documents are securely shared with those people itself. So it's not everyone who's getting the access, not every HCP is getting the access. It's only about the people who are part of that particular collaboration group getting the access, and they are showing that particular compliant thing to their own customers, be it hospitals or be it anything. So yeah, this is where the complete architecture lies, and the complete power of Salesforce plus Veeva is defining the new life sciences industry. Thank you so much, Sonika, for this.
Okay, well, thank you, Tom and Rohan, for your insights. We do have time for a few questions. How does integrating PromoMats with Salesforce Experience Cloud improve content governance in regulated industries?
And whom is this question for?
I would assume maybe Rohan.
Okay. All right. Of course, like this is the main ask of this webinar itself. So integration basically ensures that only approved and compliant. So when we say approved and compliant, it means like the Veeva PromoMats data. It's always approved, it's always compliant, it's always up-to-date assets. So integration over here basically improves that particular approved, compliant, and up-to-date assets that are published across your portals. So we make sure that the Veeva PromoMats data gets synced in with the Salesforce, not any other object, not any other content, nothing. This just like the Veeva PromoMats data, and something which is coming from Veeva PromoMats. It's basically Veeva PromoMats can act as a single source of truth over here. And while this can basically, we can say that it is coming from data integration, but it's a seamless way. We have seen that how easily the data can be transferred. So coming from PromoMats, this basically makes sure that everything is confidential and under the regulated industries as well. Like it's always regulated, it's always compliant. So rather than choosing any other thing, PromoMats acting as a single source of truth for promotional scientific content, while Experience Cloud delivering it in a personalized and engaging way. And this is how we basically maintain the complete the governance and the regulations in all the industry side. So yeah, that should be the answer over here, I think.
All right. Thank you, Rohan. I think the next question's for Tom. What are the key technical steps involved in integrating Veeva PromoMats with Experience Cloud?
Yeah, thank you, Mary. So basically, it's going to involve setting up APIs between Salesforce and Veeva Vault, do mapping of the metadata and user permissions, automating syncs. Today we showed a manual sync, but it would be automated in practice. using middleware like Databricks or custom connectors. And we'd establish workflows to push approved content into Experience Cloud, content management system, or communities. So basically, there's going to be a condition that says if a document is in a proof or distribution state, only that state, then that content is available for syncing with Experience Cloud.
All right, thanks, Tom. This question is for Rohan. We talked about earlier about how HCPs are demanding personalized digital experiences. So how do we personalize those experiences while maintaining content compliance?
That's a good question, in fact. So basically, what we're trying to do over here is Experience Cloud we are using. So Experience Cloud can segment the users, while PromoMats ensures the content being served to each segment, which is pre-approved. And personalization rules are running at the back end of the experience level, Experience Cloud. So what we do is this approved content plus the segmentation which Experience Cloud provides to us, we combine them. We use their mixture to help you give the personalized digital experiences, and this is how we make sure that the compliances and relevance are going hand in hand. So this is how we do, like the segmentation is a way forward, like what Experience Cloud provides us, and of course the VVPM as an added mixture to it.
Great, thank you. It looks like we have two more questions. The first, I believe, is Rohan. It's on Experience Cloud. How do we ensure content expiration or version changes are reflected on the Experience Cloud portals in real time?
Of course, this is a major challenge which we have seen with the life sciences industry. So we are seeing that the data is getting expired or data is getting updated each and every day. So as I've talked about before, that the jobs can run. So we have to schedule the jobs each and every day, or might be hourly. So as soon as your data gets updated over there, there is a timestamp which gets updated, the last modified date. Based on that timestamp, we will be syncing in our particular batch job, which will be running every hourly, and checking if in case in last 1 hour, if any resource is getting updated or if it's getting expired. And as soon as it's getting expired, we will change the status over here, and thus revoking every access an HCP can have over that particular resource from the digital experience. And this is how we maintain that the version changes and the content expiration. This is how it is maintained real time in the world.
Great, thank you. I think the last question is for Tom. Is this integration scalable for multiple geographies and therapeutic areas?
Absolutely. This integration can be configured to manage multilingual content, region-specific regulations. The U.S., we're talking about the FDA. Other geographic areas have their own health authority requirements. Very therapeutic product lines. And the PromoMats metadata and Experience Cloud's multi-site capabilities support the scaling with minimal overhead.
Well, great, thank you.
Sure.
All right, folks. Well, I think that ends our questions for today. Thank you all for participating. We really appreciate it. And excuse me, my voice. I thought it was gonna make it the entire way, but we will have this the recording of this conversation. We will have this sent out to those of you who signed up, and we look forward to seeing you at our next webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you so much, team.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, folks. Good job.